How did the idea of religion evolve? How is animism and magic at root of all religions? Is humankind still more animistic than religious? Animism? Edward Burnett Tylor, 1832-1917, British anthropologist, claimed that animism was the earliest form of religion. Tylor argued that religion originated from early humans' attempts to explain natural phenomena, such as dreams, death, and life itself. Ancients believed that everything had a soul or spirit, leading to the concept of animism. Tylor suggested that early humans distinguished between the body and the soul, leading to the belief in spirits that could exist independently of the body. The belief in spiritual beings brings the idea that by rites spirits can be influenced and natural events can be controlled. This will lead to magic and prayer in later times. Tylor believed that dreams, visions, and death led people to think that spirits could leave or re-enter the body, reinforcing the belief in a separate spiritual existence. Tylor saw animism as the earliest and most basic form of religion. Animism in Abrahamic religions. Stories of dreams in the Old Testament: Joseph seeing the sun, moon, and 11 stars bowing down to him. Dreams showing Joseph, father of Jesus, to escape to Egypt had the same background with animistic beliefs. Angels, demons, jinn from Islam are also not visible animistic entities. For sacred objects or places with spiritual power, we have lots of samples. Western Wall in Jerusalem is sacred for Judaism. Bones, true cross, Holy Grail are esteemed symbols for Christianity. Islam has copper and black stone as sacred items. Totemism. Totemism is the belief system where a clan or group identifies with a specific animal, plant, or object, known as a totem. The totem represents the collective consciousness of the group. The totem is sacred and protected by taboo. The totem is expressed through symbols, rituals, and taboo. For Durkheim, totemism was not just about worshipping animals or plants but a way for societies to represent and reinforce their collective identity. The totem, an object, animal, or plant, symbolizes the clan itself, and by worshipping the totem, people are actually worshipping society. Religion, for Durkheim, was about creating social cohesion and reinforcing moral order. Tylor saw dreams as the foundation of religion, while Durkheim believed religion was rooted in social experience rather than individual visions. Magic. In attempting to extend the control of nature beyond the limits imposed by observation and science, people had invented supernatural power magic. James Frazer, in masterpiece The Golden Bough, claims the magic art had arisen as a pseudoscience, probably had achieved universality before the emergence of religion, and was a more firmly rooted belief system than religion. He thought intelligent individuals had become disillusioned with earthly magicians and had invented infallible ones, gods. Frazer, Psychic Unity of Humankind. All humans, regardless of culture or location, share a common mental framework and think in similar ways when faced with similar challenges. The apparent mystery of religion was virtually explained away, for, if magic had become human-centered religion and religion God-centered magic, there was little difference between them. Frazer believed that primitive and modern societies are not fundamentally different in their ways of thinking. Both try to understand and control the world logically, though their methods differ. He saw magic, religion, and science as universal cognitive patterns, showing that human minds work similarly across cultures. Like Edward Tylor, he believed in unilinear cultural evolution, meaning all societies move from simple to complex forms of thought, reinforcing the idea of a shared mental framework. Magic, religion, science. Early humans believed they could control nature through rituals and magical practices. Rain dances to bring rain. When magic failed, people turned to gods and spiritual beings for help and invented religion. Eventually, Humans rely on science, developing rational explanations for natural phenomena through observation and logic. Since Fraser accepted the common notion that the sign of religion is humility before the gods and held that magic put people in the ascendancy, it followed that wherever the supernatural beings could be tricked, bribed, or otherwise mastered, the system of beliefs was by definition magical. Both symbolic loss and literal death lead to the anxiety of survival that tries to compensate for loss through many kinds of rituals and objects that are somehow the physical expression of animism, magic, and the omnipotence of thought. Omnipotence of thought. John 1:1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Omnipotence of thought idea refers to the belief that thoughts alone can influence reality, that simply wishing or thinking something can make it happen. Fraser argued that early humans relied on magic because they assumed the mind had direct power over the world. He divided magic into two types. Sympathetic magic produces like making a doll resembling an enemy, and harming it to hurt the real person, similar to voodoo. Contagious magic, objects that have been in contact continue to influence each other, using a person's hair or clothing in spells. When magic failed, people turned to religion, believing supernatural beings, rather than their own thoughts, controlled the world.